How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Hello, pleased to meet you.
My first question is, do you believe in aliens?
Do I believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go with, yeah, probably. Haven't seen any, but like, it would be, I think I would be remiss to imagine that there's nothing more than just this planet.
Yeah, fair enough. And your character has to struggle with that alien voice in his head. In real life, most of us have a little voice in our head too, to lead us to decisions. Not an alien one, so. If you had one, is she nice or mean?
I have one. Like, yes, you know, I've heard on this tour that a lot of people don't have a voice in their head.
Oh, really?
Which I find quite hard to get my head around because I do. But when it's the same voice I've had since I was a kid, it's just me, and it helps me make decisions. And it's difficult to know what's a good one and what's a bad one because it's the same voice. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
You know.
And Venom comes from comics. How often do you read comics as a child and now too?
As a child, I didn't really read Marvel and DC comics. I read sort of kids comics here in this country, like the Beano and yeah, the Beano. and then I got into, I suppose, The Punisher was the first comic I read because I didn't really connect with fantasy in the same way as I like reality, so soldiering or there was a comic book called The Narm in the back of the Punisher magazine that I really liked. I liked 100 Bullets as well, but I couldn't get my head around sort of people in figure skating outfits and, you know, flying and stuff I didn't really understand.
So do you have another fictional character from your childhood that you would love play? Yeah. That
I would love to play?
Yeah.
From my, no, probably not. No, well, not from comic books. Probably not from films and things like that.
From film.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I'd love to do The Woman in Black, which is a theatre piece that I saw as a kid, and I'd love to do. I'd love to play a pirate. How random.
Well, that's cool. Yes.
I want to be a pirate. 47 years of age. I want to be a pirate. That's all I want.
It's for the child in you. Don't worry.
No, it's for the adult in me. I would need to be a pirate, yeah.
And so you've been a gangster, you've been a prisoner, you've been a psycho, a spy, you've got superpower. We have seen you in noisy cars and in fast cars and noisy bikes. And well, when are you gonna surprise us with a very delicate
a delicate
character?
Fragile, like just a nice, calm, pedestrian, normal person. I don't know. I'd like to play a bit of everything, to be fair. When the opportunity arises, I suppose I'll have to either find something or someone might present an opportunity for me. But I do whatever comes through the door, really.
Do you have a favorite romantic or drama movie?
Do you know what? I like Jean de Florette and Man Under Sauce. They're good. The French have really good relationship films, you know. But no, I don't have anything or a favourite director. But obviously Kelly Marcel, Chris Nolan, and actually now I'm going to have to name all of them. So,
to be fair,
it's wrong to have favourites. It's like no, and I'm open to playing anything.
Okay, so someone who doesn't fight is okay for you too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
On that note, you've played in the DC franchise and also in the Marvel franchise. Maybe tomorrow a Star Wars franchise?
Oh, I'd like to, yeah. I'd like a bit of that.
I'd love to see you. What do you think the character would be?
Well, I've always been a Harrison Ford fan, so, but Han Solo's already taken, so, but that kind of territory.
Like a smuggler? Not a Jedi, more of a smuggler?
Yeah, not
like
a Jedi. No,
okay.
No.
I could see you like in a grey Jedi, you know?
In the robes?
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
In the robes.
I'm not going to picture that.
Yeah, why are you not going to picture the robes? The old bathrobes.
Do you?
With the
Why not,
nah.
actually?
You're all right. I think, yeah, smuggler's more pirate, yeah. Keep on a pirate in the spectrum, there you go.
Well, it's more like a general question, but it's back then, superheroes movies was like, were like uplifting and somehow cute, and it was for children. Nowadays, it's more like about the struggles of a hero, or even like you, or maybe the Joker, like the villain.
Right.
You see? So how can you explain this? And do you think like the new generation can relate more to a villain than a real hero, in a way?
Well, that's an interesting question, and it sounds like 3 questions in one.
Sorry.
No, it's
my
cool.
specialty.
No, it's like a really confusing question. It starts here and ends over here. So let's see if I can, like, I'll answer a completely different question. I love cheese on toast. But like, I think these still are for children. Very much I approach them through the concept of the eyes of a child, and certainly playing like a child. They're good fun, because I've done a lot of dark and dark materials, and I love swearing, and I love grotesque, and I like to get, I mean, in work, I like to be free, do you know what I mean? This has a caveat of it's for a PG-13, so it can only go so far. Which I think is important. You know, that from when I grew up watching the Goonies and E.T. and Stand By Me and stuff, although Stand By Me is a bit dark as well, isn't it? But there's an effervescence and a fun and a joy that comes with superhero movies. But I think also there's a lot of people who are now grown who come from the generation where comics were abundant, so there are adults too who also remember their childhood, who also have a lot invested in comic book lore and culture, and have grown with these characters into adults. You know, like the Todd McFarlane who co-created Venom must be, you know, in his 60s. So these are grown-ups who also have history with comics, so they're not just for children. And I think if we also take that question as on a third level, just for expedience to answer, I think there's something similar about comic book heroes, superheroes, which are equivalent to Greek mythology and theatre, in that aspect where we're looking at big symbolic heroes, and in that world, my take home from what little theatre studying I've done is that a hero in Greek mythology sows the seeds of their own destruction, and then the audience will watch and understand the moral or the take home of experience, the consequence of, say, ambition, or with Icarus or something like that. We watch somebody die and then realise, oh no, you know, what have we learned from that? Or there's big epic arguments between huge symbolic gods and stuff, and that's not far from what Marvel and DC have presented us with, you know, Batman through to, I don't know,
Iron Man.
There you go, the great Iron Man,
Yeah.
the god of iron. But it is for our, you know, I suppose for our period in time. It's not dissimilar to going to the theatre for the Greeks in that aspect, except we've got lots of visual effects and spandex.
True.
Instead of togas.
You have a thing with spandex.
I love a bit of spandex, yeah. But that's juicy jiu-jitsu, isn't it?
Yes, with the jiu-jitsu.
Yes, I do. Not for cycling.
True. I wanted to talk about the voice, because you're very famous for voicing, you know, people. I have Bane in my mind, but obviously Venom too. What inspired you to do the voice of Venom? Like when I was a kid, like my dog, and how I talk to my dog, all my dogs, and then obviously, like, I love rap music, so Busta Rhymes, Method Man, Redman, you know, very enigmatic, bombastic sounds that these guys have, and a lot of fun. Because Venom, before he's put on to the film with visual effects, he doesn't exist on the floor when we're filming. So there needed to be a fun voice that could fill a space, so that when I look at the rushes of Eddie, I can see Venom through my ears first. You know what I mean? I think it's really important to have a big, fun, kind of wild
voice. So it came from like hip hop and those guys, Buster Method, James Brown and Redman, and playing, and my dog, you know. Yeah.
How many dogs do you have?
I've had a lot of dogs. Yeah, I've got one now, just one.
Yeah, we heard. Just last thing, but can Venom say something in French for us, maybe?
Nah. Nah, Venom,
Okay.
Venom is off the clock.
Maybe Tom Hardy. I'm trying, but...
Yeah, you are trying.
You speak French a bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but not very well.
No worries. Maybe your dog. Maybe.
He don't speak a word of French. He's a French bulldog, but they're from
Oh, it's
Nottingham.
a French bulldog.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
an English bulldog.
Oh, there you go.
Well, thank you very
welcome.
much.
Thank you.
It was messed up. I'm sorry.
No.
Welcome to my
Thank
mind.
you. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
See you.